Now for Ireland. Oh, no, I'm one ahead. I've already ticked off Daniel Clasing.
You just want to get to Ireland, don't you?
I do. Daniel Clasing and Houston are our next to go. Daniel had a great ride here last year. He works producing young horses in Maryland. He's ridden timber racing and runs marathons. I don't know why. He was 21st here last year on his debut. And he has worked with this horse almost from the day it was born.
Yeah, it's a great story when you have that kind of time with your horse. My goodness, the experiences are just so incredible. I'm sure he's looking for a better result this year in the dressage and overall as the weekend goes on. He's had a good spring season leading up to this.
Daniel got a 64.5 here last year, so he was just inside the top 40 after dressage, and yet moved up to 21st. Such is the strength of this horse's jumping.
Yes.
So if he can get this phase a little better, he could be very competitive indeed.
And this horse is in fact a Anglo Arab, bred by Anne McKay. Daniel is the owner, and it's a reputed testimony horse by Amnesty. Sorry, out of Amnesty by Quartermaster. We don't see many Anglo Arabs, but the ones that do reach this level are absolutely incredible. Tamarilla comes to mind.
I know William Foxpitt had a really good one, and I cannot put my finger on the name.
And that snooze alarm horse was an Anglo Arab.
Ah.
So again, another example, the outline is very nice. It's a very pleasant looking horse and rider. It needs, in order to excite the judges to going higher in the marks, the horse needs more collection and more suspension to its trot and more forward. It doesn't have to go faster, it has to go more forward. What does that mean? Forward is not about miles per hour, it's about impulsion and pushing power. And so, for example, a horse can be very forward in Piaffe and Passage, but be very slow miles per hour. And
so instead of miles per hour, it's miles per gallon. You'd use a lot of juice.
Yeah, it's RPMs. It's revving the engine, but maintaining relaxation. We saw that from Veronica. We saw that from Paolo. We saw it from Crown Talisman, Demeter. All of those top horses, Mr. Medicott, all of those horses had more collection and more time in the air, more moments of suspension.
Tell me, Karen, about, when you've got that collection and rhythm and cadence in your horse, does it make it easier for them then to gallop across country? Do they find that an easier process?
I think so much really depends on the style and technique of the rider. Horses are born with natural ability to gallop, but they are also learn how to gallop more efficiently. But you're quite right. If it is their way to push, it becomes their way to gallop and be able to accelerate and slow down very quickly. They can accelerate within a stride, and they can also be brought back. And those are the fastest horses out there on the cross-country course.
And they can sometimes be deceptive as well, because there's so much energy being used, but in an economical fashion. They don't look like they're riding the final furlong at Churchill Downs.
We're in trouble here. There we go. But that will have really made a mess of that particular movement, the flying change back, and so I don't know what they'll give it for a mark.
Yeah, it's a real shame for Daniel Clasing and Houston, because 3-4-4,
yeah,
they had gotten up from 55% where they've been trending through the trot work up to 57, nearly 58%, which would have been I think much more about his target for the weekend. A bit of 4 seasons in one day. It looks quite balmy out there again now, sunny.
It does. That change may bring it up a little bit. Yeah, 766.
So a 56.5% kind of test there for Daniel Clasing and Houston. Gave the Halton salute. Actually, great marks for the Halton salute. 7s across the board. Just ticks them up towards 57%. If he stays on 47, it would be a penalty score of 64.5 for Daniel and Houston, which would be exactly what he got last year, 64.5. Yeah, this extended canto and
went a little awry.
For want of a better term, exactly so. But really nice canter work. I mean, you know, before the problem, his canter work was bringing his overall score up, mark after mark after mark.
Yeah,
so.
and then he had that little problem, but he did recover, and he came home to have 2 very nice changes at the end and a super halt.
We got another horse coming down.
Well, we should be getting